Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Rainbow Six Siege Operator Guide. In this video, we're going to be covering Zero, or Sam Fisher, going over his loadout, his ability, and how to best use him in the Siege. But before we continue with the video, please take a second to like the video and subscribe to the channel for even more amazing Rainbow Six Siege content. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Now let's begin. Starting off with his primary weapons, we have the SC3000K, the first new weapon in Siege in quite some time. It's a really good assault rifle in my opinion. It deals 45 damage per shot, which is better than average, has an average fire rate of 800, and a magazine capacity of 25, which is decent, but not the greatest. To top it all off, the recoil is really manageable. Like after a couple matches with the sight you prefer, you should be good to go. You'll be straight up popping melons in no time. His other primary weapon is the MP7, which is one of the best SMGs in my opinion. It deals 32 damage per shot, has a fire rate of 900, and a magazine capacity of 30 rounds. These are all really good stats. 32 damage is quite a bit, a fire rate of 900 is extremely fast and really good, and the 30 rounds per mag is enough to take out pretty much anyone. The MP7 does have a little bit of a kick, but after a couple matches, you should be good to go to just straight up mow people down. His only secondary is the 5.7 USG with a non-removable suppressor. It's your average handgun. It deals decent damage with pretty much no recoil. It's a great backup when you need to switch off your primary weapon in a firefight or when your primary is out of ammo. Other than that, he can use frag grenades or claymore as a secondary gadget. Use frags to take out defenders or to flush them out, or use a claymore to cover your flanks. The choice is yours. Moving on, we have the good stuff, his special ability. Zero can deploy the Argus launcher. This pistol-like device can fire up to 4 drill cameras, and as you can guess, these drill cameras are capable of drilling into and looking through both soft walls and reinforced walls. Once the camera is drilled in, you can switch between sides, giving you the option to spy on 2 rooms at once if your placement is good enough. In addition to marking enemies, the Argus cameras can also shoot a single laser per drill camera. These lasers can be used to destroy enemy gadgets like a Goyo shield or a Mira Black Mirror, but can also be used to kill downed enemies since it deals 5 damage. So you're not really going to be, straight up killing anyone, but if they're downed and they're trying to crawl away, just zap them once and you can take them out. As with any ability, there are a couple things to note. First up, the Argus cameras can be destroyed pretty easily. Any defender can shoot them if they see it. It gets destroyed by Jaeger ADS and Wamai's magnets, and it immediately gets destroyed if it's shot onto a wall being shocked by Bandit or Kaid, or once it is on the reinforced wall, they can just shock it and that will break it too. Finally, when the Argus camera gets deployed, it makes the iconic Sam Fisher night goggles sound. Like it's pretty distinct and it lets the defenders know they need to keep a closer eye out for any cameras. Now that we know what his ability is, how can we use it effectively? The drill cameras specialize in one thing: intel. Gathering intel and letting your team know where the enemies are or any hazards in their way should be your #1 priority when using your drill cameras. It also helps out that the camera can spot enemies, so if you're not in game chat or you don't feel like typing anything out, you can at least let your team know where the enemies currently are. But to gather said intel, you need to have really good drill camera placement, and here are some tips to do so. For starters, try to place them somewhere you know it's going to be hard for the defenders to take it out. It doesn't matter if the camera can see both objectives when it's sticking out like a sore thumb and gets taken out immediately. I try to hide mine either up high where a defender might not look, or in a corner near a bunch of cover. It changes from map to map, so use your best judgment. Just try to remember to hide your drill cameras the best you can, while still putting them in good positions to, spot enemies and other things. After that, you need to find a place where your drill cameras can view into 2 rooms at once. The drill camera is special, because once it's stuck in a wall, it can switch sides and look at 2 locations at once. And for a little tip, while you're aiming down sights with your Argus launcher, the sight will change. An arrow will appear both below and above the line in the center of the sight. If you have 1 arrow, that means the camera can only view from that side, but if you have a top and bottom arrow, that means you can switch sides and look through both walls. So try to find soft walls or reinforced walls that can look through 2 rooms. Now you can stick them onto unbreachable surfaces, and when you do that you can only view from one side, obviously. While we're on the subject of trying to see 2 rooms at once, try to make it 2 important rooms or areas. For example, try to put a drill camera in a location that can look into an objective area and let's say a hallway everyone uses. In this way, you can see anyone anchoring in the objective, and you can also look in the hallway to see if anyone is rotating in or out of the objective area. This gives you a lot of intel that could lead to some easy kills for your team. Like if you know someone just left the objective, you know that, a defender might be by himself and you can rush him. Or you'll know if everyone leaves the objective and you can go in and get a sneaky little ninja plant. So yeah, make sure you have your cameras over hot zones and objective areas. Another example is on certain maps, one bomb site will be either above or below one another. Use this to your advantage. If you can put a drill camera in the right spot, you can also look into both objectives at once and see which one might be easier to plant in. This also goes for objective rooms that are next to each other. Basically, just try to place your drill cameras in areas with high traffic or near the objective. Use your map knowledge and your judgment, and you should be good to go. It's going to take some time to learn which places are the best places to put them, but as like a general rule of thumb, try to put it near objectives. Finally, you might have to place your drill camera on a hard surface, meaning you can only look through one side. This can actually be pretty handy if you use it in the right situation, because you can basically treat the drill camera like a Valkyrie cam. You can place the drill cam really high in a big open area, like the waiting room section on Border. These cameras will allow you and your team to survey the open areas and see if anyone is trying to hold any angles or rotating to different areas of the map. Just shoot it up really high or even on the ceiling so defenders don't see it, and check it from time to time to see if any defenders are moving around the map. Now, our last section of the guide, the combos and counters. Let's start off with the combos. Zero can combo well with pretty much anyone, since his intel is useful in any team comp. He can let his team know where the defenders are, and the team can react accordingly. But with that being said, he does combo pretty well with hard breachers especially. His drill camera comes with a single laser that can be used to destroy gadgets, meaning he can take out, bandit batteries, Kaid claws, or mute jammers that might be preventing his team's hard breachers from, breaching. So he combos pretty well with Hibana, Thermite, Ace, but he can be useful in any team comp. Finally, we have the counters. Pretty much any defender can technically counter Zero. All they have to do is listen to the Sam Fisher goggle sound effect, then find the drill camera and shoot it. But with that being said, certain operators do counter him a bit better and a bit easier. For example, Zero can't shoot a drill camera onto any surface that is being electrocuted, so either Bandit or Kaid can counter him. If he does this, the drill camera will be immediately destroyed. In addition to Bandit or Kaid, Mute's jammers will also jam the drill cameras if they're shot within its radius. Then finally, if a drill camera is shot within the radius of a Jaeger ADS or Wamai's magnet, it will get destroyed. ADS will shoot it out of the sky, the Wamai magnet will pull it in and destroy it, making shooting drill cameras within the objective areas a bit difficult for Zero if he's going up against one of those two. That's going to be it for this guide. I want to hear from you all. Do you like Zero? Is he your new main on attack? And do you call him Zero or Sam Fisher? Because I really don't know which to call him by or which name people search for more often. So I would like to know that. I don't know, so let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for even more amazing Rainbow Six Siege content, news, and leaks, and pretty much all things Siege. I'm the Battlemoon, and I will see you in the next Siege.